Hey people, we're the Reclamation Sisters.
And today we're going to talk about sobriety versus recovery. So I recently heard the term dry drunk, which I've heard lots of times, but ever since we started working together this last year, I've started to pay attention to things I didn't notice before. And so when it was in an article and I read that and I thought, I don't really understand what that means. Like, I mean, I know dry means no alcohol. Like, you've heard that to describe towns or, buildings or whatever.
Dry January or whatever.
But how can you be a drunk if you're dry? So what does that mean? And then how does that turn into our topic today, which is recovery versus sobriety?
So people who just are struggling and they just decide to stop drinking and they do nothing else, oftentimes can, for a great amount of time, stop their use of whatever's, whether it's alcohol or maybe it's cigarettes or maybe I need to not have sugar. The problem is what happens when we stop using something like that, but we don't address anything else in our life? What happens when you stop eating sugar?
I don't know. I can't stop.
Or like caffeine. What happens when you don't use caffeine?
You get grumpy.
You get grumpy, right. Yeah. There it is. So the underlying thing is you can do it, right? Mm-hmm. But you're
kind of pissed off about it.
So the thing is you can maintain no use of many things, right? You can do a lot of things for an amount of time, but are you happy about it? No, it sucks, right? It's not fun. The problem is when you have to make a change about something that you've used, whether it's gambling, sex, food, alcohol, illicit substances, prescribed substances, whatever you're using to alter your mood or to numb underlying things in your life, is that you then have to address all the underlying things in your life. I can stop using something, but then I'm just pissed.
Then you're just forced to deal with the things that are still there,
or
that you're no longer hiding. Okay.
Right. So if I don't deal with them, then I'm just what? I'm a jerk. I'm angry. I'm mean. I'm overwhelmed. I'm depressed. Like, I'm just not using alcohol. So oftentimes when we hear the term or you read the term dry drunks are mean. They're angry because they haven't addressed other things in their life. Recovered means that I've stopped using. I've consciously made a choice. I've made a conscious decision to stop using, but in that same time, I've also made a conscious decision to do the work in, like we talk about, the 8 dimensions of our life. I have to fix all the things. All the things. Like, nothing gets to be left on the table. Like, the table gets swept off and here we go. We have to fix everything. So I have to fix my financial health, my physical health, my emotional health, my relational health with other people, everything about myself. What's gone on that I've used that substance to cope. And then I have to build and employ healthy coping skills as a response, instead of being angry that I'm not drinking or using. So recovery. So when sobriety fails, try recovery, because recovery is where you get well. It's where your life changes, and all of the things that we never thought were possible come to us tenfold. We may have lost some things, but we get back 100 times over what we lost in different ways. Whereas when you're just sober, you're like, well, this is stupid. I don't want to do this. Like, and you can get sober several times before you actually recover. So just think of it this way. When sobriety fails, why not try recovery? So
like, is that when you're thinking like of relapse, like because your sobriety's not sticking because you haven't addressed any of the other,
or there's still things that need to be addressed. Yeah. Or sometimes we fix things, but new things we haven't found coping skills to address that new thing, and it just takes us out. Things come up where you're like, well, that wasn't on my bingo card, right. 67. Life just deals punches, and sometimes you get throat punched. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you just get a little, little sting. Sometimes you get knocked out. Like, and if you don't know how to deal with, like, I don't think that everybody knows how to deal with everything. And if you do, you should probably write a book. God bless you. Make some dollars.
Well, if you want to check out our Etsy store, we do have some materials to support the 8 dimensions of wellness to get you on the right track for addressing all dimensions of wellness to hopefully help if you are just trying to like make some improvements in your life, or certainly on the journey to recovery rather than just
learn to stand in your truth.
abstinence.
Stand in your truth. We need shirts on that Etsy page.
Unless your truth is,
A lie. Now taking pre-orders for t-shirts.
stand in your truth. Unless your truth is
A lie. Ma'am. Sir, have a seat.
Peace out.
Have a great weekend.